just yelling at you right now because you're watching Bloodshot. Don't watch that bullshit!
Yeah. No, because like I could generally tell how good an very first action scene they would do, and I was like, oh, these are really rough. Yeah, sure, but John Wick didn't have a fucking action scene until 30 minutes into the movie.
That bird is so fucking mad. But anyways, we are here.
Yep.
I know you guys can tell that the internet's fucked because it really messed up in the middle of everything you just said. I don't even know what the hell you just said, but it's okay because we are here doing our thing, chilling with you guys. It's a double toast pre-show. Sunday server is going to be starting in about 15 minutes. But let's be honest, we're pretty sure that they're not going to start in 15 minutes. That's just the way double toast.
So we're going to be here for a while, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because
no, I did not cut my hair.
Did someone actually ask that? Let me see. Marissa saying, first and foremost, I want to say to Ganja, Alan, and everyone else, I'm sorry for being a try-hard edgelord last night. Wait, what happened last night? What? I'm scared. I don't know what happened.
I don't think he wants me to say it on air.
Okay, don't say it on air. Mauricio, you gotta hit me up personally and tell me what happened. I'm fucking curious.
I'll explain it to you, Nick, when cameras are off. But Mauricio, I gotta tell you this straight up, man. Only because recently, if that was anybody else, man, you gotta calm it down. Like, just
yeah, shit, I don't even know. I'm so like, yikes. Anyway, by the way, is anyone else noticing the audio thingy with Alan really quick? Just out of curiosity.
Is my audio?
Yeah, because I do. It's like it's as bad as when Roxy's driving in the car. She thinks everyone can hear her perfectly. It's like that. Which I mean, you know that's very bad. But it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'm pretty sure it's not because of the streaming, by the way, too, because I did notice this before we even started. But like I said, we'll work within what we can. But I'm glad you're here anyways. You're over here spending your time with me and whatnot. I really do appreciate that. But you guys might be hearing my voice a whole lot this time, and I am sorry for that. Gary's saying yes, he can hear you, so it's all, you know, it's not just me.
Yeah, but, just let me know how I sound. I'm gonna try to listen to the stream and see if I can hear it.
Yeah, Solidus. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? Really quick, I'm gonna have you. Because you did play some of Doom Eternal, Alan, so I'm just going to have you talk about that for a second so you can hear yourself and see if it's still happening.
I actually beat the game the other day.
Yeah.
I myself at the stream. It sounds fine. It doesn't sound like robotic-y or anything.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so here's the thing. I'm playing more of that too. I played a lot of it last night when you guys were in the after hours, and I did try to play to get to the part to where the Marauder is, and I still can't get to him. I can't get to the Marauder.
Like he's pretty far in. The thing about the game is, during the stream, it's very rushed. It feels like they had a bunch of ideas. It felt like they just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were doing all sorts of weird bullshit. Where it's like the story, it's like there's a sequel to Doom 2016 happened to that game, and then we're playing Doom Eternal because now we're on a space worlds.
Yeah.
And we have who the fuck is Vega?
Every 3 words you say, you just turn off for another 5. So here's the thing: leave really quick and just refresh, or just unplug the modem and plug it back in. That usually helps for me, at least, because I drop frames sometimes when I don't do that. So I'll see you in a bit, and we'll talk more about Doom Eternal and everything too. I'll just chill with the chat by myself. Oh my God, what? Nick Diaz doing a show by himself? Well, eventually it was gonna happen. I'm such a fucking asshole. Everybody was gonna leave me. I mean, Jesus, look at me. Look at me. I'm just by myself, guys, and I stay here and I talk to you guys, and you don't agree with me about Resident Evil 2, and I just can't take it anymore. Anyways, Gary, he says, yeah, dude, fuck the Marauder, piece of shit. Yeah, Cedric said dark ass beginning to the show. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, what's going on? Oh, Corey's calling me. Holy shit! I'm gonna actually I'm gonna tell him he's on speaker, and you guys are gonna hear him really quick. So hold on 1 second. Hey, Corey, everyone can hear you, so don't say anything too personal. Hey, how you doing? Okay, and the droppity box. Yeah, everyone's excited about your freaking Soul Plane review. So yeah, people, that's gonna be coming up in about 15 minutes. As you can tell, Corey's gonna be sending me something, and yeah, I'll be able to enjoy him talking shit about that terrible movie. All right, man. Later, dude. Anyways, so that was the first time Corey's been on the chat tag, so that's wonderful. Zoe, how you doing? Glad that you got your stuff going on with your job and whatnot. Got some weed and everything. Good for you. Alan, how about you, man? Is everything back to normal?
I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
You sound great. You look mad as fuck, though.
Yeah, a little bit, because I don't know what the fuck's going on, but yeah.
But yeah, guys, so they're like, yeah, we can't hear Corey much, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, as soon as he sends me over the Dropbox video, I'm going to be leaving and doing that and whatnot. So this show is going to be pretty short, but yeah, Soul Plane. I'm surprised that he's going to be touching on that tonight, man. That movie is such a piece of shit. I'll never forgive Alan and Ganja for forcing me through that.
Not my idea.
Yeah,
It was
right.
his idea completely.
Yeah, right. Cause you watch bad shit like The Happening and everything. You like this.
Yeah,
Kind
The
of shit.
Happening's like my favorite bad movie of the time. I didn't want to watch Soul Plane. It was his idea. We just said, fuck it, we'll sit down and watch it. It was a short movie.
Yeah, this movie, I was so fucking mad, man. They got a plane doing fucking hydraulics, people. Like, this is so fucking insulting. Like, I can't stand this shit, man. But I will say, this is the most normal I've ever seen Kevin Hart, and I gotta tell you, this kind of proves that he could just be.
And he's a terrible like comedian. I'm not saying he's a terrible actor because I've not seen him do anything that's not a comedy, but he's not funny.
Well, I mean that's subjective. I think that he's funny in certain things. I do think too that like he's done stuff. What was that movie he did with Bryan Cranston recently, where Bryan Cranston's paraplegic?
I know what you're talking about, but I can't fucking remember the movie. It's called
Yeah.
Good Feelings or Good People, something like that.
Good feelings.
I don't know. It was something like that.
Let me see really quick. I think the movie was called The Upside. That's what
Whatever. Good enough.
That was not even close.
I know.
The Upside though, yeah, man. Him being kind of like the straight man dealing with. I mean, there's obviously certain things.
There's still the comedian. Let's hear the shower. I'm like, are you fucking 4? Like, come on.
Well, that happens though. Like when people having to take care of a paraplegic, they have to get into situations like that, man. I'm just saying.
Nah.
Gary, you ever seen the original Airplane? It's fucking hilarious. I never watched that actually. The original Airplane. I know people talk about that movie all the time. It's like one of those classics that kind of escape me. What are some classics that have escaped you, by the way, Alan? Has it been a movie that's like, I can't believe you haven't seen that?
Oh, that happened to me all the fucking time. I didn't see Jurassic Park till like 2 years ago.
That's a sin.
It was I think it was after Rocky. No, sorry, it was when Creed was coming out. I didn't see any of the Rocky movies, so I just went and bitched through that. I didn't see all the Die Hards till Die Hard 5 came out in theaters.
That's a horrible way to start that franchise. Die Hard 5 is so fucking.
Oh, I started with Die Hard 4.
Oh, never mind. Well, that's a good one. Live for Your Die Hard with Justin Long.
Live for Your Die Hard is pretty good. And then A Good Day to Die Hard is a terrible piece of shit that I went back and watched the first 3.
Yeah, shit. But yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance is good too. Die Hard 2 is terrible. They kind of got the shittiness out of the way pretty quickly in that franchise. I think that yeah, 2 is pretty bad.
2 is bad. 3 it just kept getting worse and worse as it went along.
Well, I mean,
I'm utterly convinced though. I'm utterly convinced that Die Hard inspired 24.
Why do you say that?
Because when you watch any given Die Hard movie, it usually takes place over a day. And it's like one dude that's like has to go up against like all these like either terrorists or criminals, and there's always some conspiracy and plot twists. When you watch any given season of 24, it's like the gimmick is it's real time, but it's still Jack Bauer has to like fight a bunch of terrorists, and you have to figure out like who's the mole inside of the government and shit like that. And it's like it's usually always up to him. So I'm like, it's kind of the same premise.
Yeah, man. Bob's over here saying Die Hard's what happens when you have a heart attack when you're about to have sex. Basically, Kurt theory is that's hilarious. Especially when we watch
the best one. That is how is 3 the best Die Hard? It's always the first
second
one.
Best. He's saying the second best, which to defend him.
Nah, Die Hard 4.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I just love how Justin Long is in the movie, and I think that they do a really good job with the whole like. It's an old guy getting irritated with a younger dude. Like John McClane's always like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here with your conspiracy theories." Like, shut the fuck up,
Oh yeah, and Kevin Smith's in the fucking movie.
Kurt, that joke died hard.
Boo.
Oh man, these punts are fucking great.
I hate all of you.
Yes, Matt Huntem is saying some people hate Die Hard 4 only because it's PG-13. Yeah, just like with the Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe.
Yeah, okay, but the difference is Die Hard 4 was still a legitimately like interesting, fun movie. And look what happened when they just had to go rated R with the fucking next one. It was the worst one. No, so guess what? Ratings don't actually matter. It's quality. So when MK versus DC has none, fuck you.
You son of a bitch. No, fuck you. You're wrong as fuck. It's basically Injustice. What's the difference?
Injustice is really intricate, good gameplay, and a great story. What do you mean? What's the difference?
Okay,
what's the difference? Garbage game and a good game.
That was a subjective response. You didn't actually.
That was not a subjective response. The controls in that game are terrible. The story is
terrible.
So bad.
That's a subjective word. That's a subjective term.
Your subjective word.
Huh?
Dude, it was like unanimous that people didn't sit there. Oh, I'm not gonna play a Mortal Kombat game without fucking fatalities of blood. Oh wait, Street Fighter's a fucking game that exists.
I mean, yeah, fuck.
Like fuck you.
Let me see. Matthew saying I had to post a link to a video taking down Marauders in the after hours. Any issues going on with all this? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Apparently this is actually repeating a lot. I don't know what's going on with the chat, but fucking.
That's all it is. Mortal Kombat versus DC is not MK8.
With this horrible internet connection, man. You know how many times I had to get this hamster to work to get on this bitch?
I don't fucking know. Are you home right now, by the way?
Yes, I am home.
Oh, nice. But no.
No, because that would imply that's like saying fucking Freddy versus Jason is Freddy 9?
Wait, what? Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Too much interrupting. And you haven't been like it's only 2 seconds. What's going on?
Solidus is saying some wrong shit. He is saying that Mortal Kombat versus DC is MK8.
Well, no, but by numerics, like yeah, it is.
But then that would mean that Freddy versus Jason is like the fucking 11th or 12th Jason movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Is it though?
No, well, it is. Like. By the way, you know when Deadly Alliance came out, you do know like that little like V-shaped thing is like Roman numeral for like it's 5. It's right after 4, and like there's enough things happening that are all like continuing or continuity of the story that it fits. Like it totally.
Sure. But Deadly Alliance was still all the characters in the same universe. Like they combined and did a crossover event with a different universe. And made a completely different game. Like that's why I would never count it as MK8. But like I'm curious, they must count it because the fucking reboot is MK9.
Don't worry, Matthew. I'm with you. I'm very confused with what the conversation is right now.
Another thing too, is, like thinking about that Mortal Kombat remake in 2011. Like that's not even officially called MK9. Like no one from
no, they called it later eventually because the sequel to that is MKX, which is 10.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So for you to argue with that one guy, I forgot who it is already. I think
it's fucking weird. That's what I'm saying. It's throwing me off because I'm like, I never counted that as MK8. But like, I don't even count that as a mainline Mortal Kombat game because it goes Armageddon, then fucking 9. So I guess it. Oh, that's fucking.
Well,
weird.
like even with MK9, they explained like a bunch of shit just happened with like the rage mode and like the combination of these universes and these portals, everyone fighting Netherrealm versus Earthrealm.
Oh yeah.
And then they even keep in the Mortal Kombat Armageddon story, which by the way, that should not be fucking canon because that just kills everybody. But Mortal Kombat Armageddon, they even bring up Blaze.
The entire plot, which is why I actually really like the plot of MK9, was to stop MK versus DC from happening, which is my headcanon. But it basically implies they did a Star Trek reboot where all the Mortal Kombat games happen in a different timeline, but at the end of Armageddon, when everyone supposedly dies, evil Raiden sends back a message to good Raiden to just change the timeline, and that's actually why MK9 is a really interesting story. Because, like, yeah, remember all that stupid bullshit that happened that most of you don't remember, like fucking mythologies and all that shit. Yeah, that did happen, but we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying though, basically, is just like I do feel that game. Every time you talk about it, I feel like you just really automatically just fucking hate it. I'm not saying you're wrong for it. I mean, we just had different tastes, but to even say like it's not MK8, it's like okay, now I know for sure.
I
that
never
you have
considered it. Like I saw this in the chat that Boone basically said it's MK8. I in my life never considered it Mortal Kombat 8.
No, but it doesn't matter what you think. Like,
but hey, I'm admitting I'm wrong. I'm admitting I'm wrong. Like the creator just said something, and I'm like, I'm trying to explain to you why I never thought it was that way, and the creator just said, hey, it's MK8. Okay, I'm admitting I'm wrong, Nick. Like,
yes, yes, Ganja, pick me up, lift with your legs.
Like, what? I ain't picking up shit.
I'm trying to celebrate. Just pick me up so I can.
Yeah, fuck you. Eat a dick.
Look, take a run and start and jump. I got you. I promise.
That'll be like an X-ray move, huh? Gary, you can say, look, I'll take Freddy vs. Jason over that shitty Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Yeah, me too. Freddy vs. Jason was actually a pretty good movie, but many people talk shit about that. The first few years.
I don't get because I mean it's the best Jason movie.
Yeah, man. Austin X Sub-Zero becomes a cyborg, then turns human later, which was stupid as fuck. That's why I don't like MKX. That was like, there's so many dumb things about Mortal Kombat X. Like, why the fuck are we gonna have Lin Kuei robots? Like, the whole Lin Kuei, the whole idea of a clan in a forest fighting with fucking sticks and shit. Like, the idea of that is that they're removed from technology, they don't have guns, they're not, like, crazy like how, what do you call it?
Yeah, but they got corrupted. Like, it's been a while since I played MKX, but, like, I genuinely enjoyed playing through it. Like, it was one of the few fighting games in which I'm like, oh, this story is actually fucking amazing. Like, it does what I always wanted. It's like, yeah, you got some of the old people in, but hey, we got some new people. Not all of them work. But, some of them do work more than others. I really like Cassie Cage and Jackie Briggs as the next generation of Jax and, Sonya Blade / Johnny Cage. I'm like, I want to see Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks with those two. Like, make a fucking sequel to that fucking game.
Ryan pretty much got me down to a T. Nick's patch is Mortal Kombat and horror and wrestling. So, yes.
You forgot The Walking Dead, but I guess that counts as horror.
No, because I'm starting to cancel Walking Dead in my home fucking
Sure you
brain.
are.
I'm getting upset. I'm abused. I'm abused.
Yeah, whatever.
I keep trying
to.
Yeah,
hey, Ganja, you're gonna stop playing RTSs, right?
No, hell no. They're still gonna sell me a DLC for like $7 that does nothing to the game.
Well, Ganja's never say he's gonna leave it though. Like I will.
It was a joke.
That
was a joke.
I know, and it didn't land, Alan. That's why we're
You fucking stupid. You motherfuckers, the Chuckle Brothers can't recognize.
You got a good point.
Joke.
It was an Alan joke, Nick.
Oh, fuck
There
off.
you go. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
by the way, we're the Chuckle
oh.
Brothers, and we can't.
Gotcha, why are you here?
Because he's wonderful.
Because I'm part of this cast, bitch. And also, someone's got shit on your jokes.
Yeah.
I still would have if you weren't here, but still, I mean, more the merrier. Let's just fucking
keep the tradition alive, DS.
I hate you all.
Matthew talking about Dead or Alive 6 story was alright, but it left with a lot of questions.
I
Yeah,
forget
one big
Dead or
question is
Alive.
why are these titties bouncing all fucking day
No,
long?
no. The controversy for that is they decided to scale back on the sexiness of the outfits and the revealness of the outfits, and a lot of the fan base got pissed off at that.
Yo, I like that in the after hours. We kind of fucked with Gary last night. He was like, "Yeah, the problem with Final Fantasy is they didn't make the titties big enough." And everyone after I was like, "What, bro?"
Everyone just like, yo. You know the funny thing is that was a complaint, and Square Enix addressed it, saying
Wait,
they
that was
didn't.
a legit complaint.
No, it wasn't a legit complaint, but there's you know how those fucking how the stupid crazy fans. I'm not saying Gary is.
No, when I mean like legit complaint, I'm not adding credence to their complaint. What I'm saying is people actually tried to go, "Hey, Square Enix, make the titties bigger, please."
Well, like,
yes,
they
were.
big. I mean, what's the
No,
deal?
and the thing is, their response was that she got a fitted bra or a proper bra.
What?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
So, which to me, I'm like in my mind, I'm like, why is Square Enix ever do that? And I don't know anything about that shit. So I wish either Roxy or Jet was here. But like, they essentially instead of like reducing the breast size, they just got a bra that fitted better for her size. So that's why it looks different because she actually has better support now.
All right. I mean, that's strange. I mean, and here's the thing too. These girls
That feels like a lie.
These girls look pretty young sometimes too, just like with all stuff from that company. And
That's
I'm
just because they
kinda
got smooth complexions.
well, the biggest thing though is like, why do y'all want titties on girls that are like really like pint sized? It just looks kind of weird. Like I don't even, like that's the thing with anime too that I don't like. I don't know. It's kind of fucking strange. Corey's calling me.
Ask
so this
Gary.
time-
I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Do you guys talk with the chat? Corey's calling me. I'll be right back, guys.
I'm throwing out that they didn't put Tifa into the playable teaser, but my thinking is that playable teaser, it feels like the start of the game, or at least like it can't be more than anything but the start of the game. So I'm guessing that she's
What?
like unlocks
Why
like
with
the
that
second
Final
chapter.
Fantasy remake? Hasn't it been talked about being done for like almost like 10 years now?
They've been talking about it since Final Fantasy 7, 10 came out. We're like remake Final Fantasy 7 because it's the best one. Pick your favorite series of all time and pick the best one in there. It'd be the equivalent of like them talking about remaking Ocarina of Time or MGS.
That's for you,
2.
Legend of Zelda boy.
Or MGS. If you let me finish a thought, MGS2 or what other gaming series? Whichever Crash Bandicoot was the best one. You know. Oh, actually, they already did those.
They did that. They did that with Spyro too, which was nice.
But you know what I mean?
Funny,
It's
Alan was
like
let me finish a thought while I say some stupid shit.
I didn't say stupid shit. I kept going. Like MGS
No, he went right straight to Nintendo stuck in like as soon as.
Oh, you are so.
As he got a
I
chance.
literally jumped to Metal Gear Solid with my second fucking words. Like fuck.
But that wasn't your first word.
I didn't hear that.
Oh
so
my
I'm
god,
sorry.
you're such a bitch.
I'm a bitch
Why?
too. I apologize, Alan.
What
So anyway,
did Corey want?
he wanted me to shut the fuck up. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, well,
Finally.
good fucking luck with that.
But anyways, I do want to bring up a couple things because I made a thumbnail and I thought like the 2 minutes I put into it, I'd like to talk about it really quick. Alan,
my
how
God.
far have we gotten to fucking Castlevania?
I've not watched an episode, but since I finished all my CW shows, I'm gonna start jumping on the Netflix stuff.
So I haven't watched any of season 3 yet. I'm still like almost at the end of
Are you on
season
season 2 or?
Yeah, season 2. I love this fucking
He's still a
show.
baby vampire.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really good. And here's the biggest thing though. I feel at this point that like for them to already, because like I think it was 2 days after that this was out and people were watching it a bunch, they already kind of decided like, hey, by the way, we're working on season 4 already. And I'm like, holy shit! Like, is that a little fast? Like,
Oh, they did that. They've been doing that every season since. With first season, they released it. Like 24 hours later, they announced season 2, and the exact same thing with season 2 and 3. Like they've been doing this shit since the show started.
No, that they've been doing it with other shows as well. Even like shows that aren't even connected or come from the same companies. It's kind of been a trend with Hollywood so far. The Harley Quinn show, literally like 2 days after it dropped, they're like, "Oh, season 2 will be out next year,"
yeah, which is great. Harley Quinn's a
and they
pretty
kept the
good
budget too. So like, it's out now. I gotta make sure to
Oh, is it
chance to watch it with Roxy.
show. Yeah, no. It was
I turned into a hip hop artist right there. Make sure to check my chance.
Yeah. The boys did that. Boys and Mandalorian did that before the seasons even dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
That I don't like. That I don't like is before the season drops because you never know. But like a couple days afterwards, because like that show was like what, probably 8 or 10 episodes at 20 minutes a piece. That's essentially a movie. So you could basically know the stats within like how many people watched it. Honestly, within the first day or so. So like, oh, we got like fucking 30, 50 million viewers. Okay, let's do it again.
Yeah, because the biggest thing too is like they knew that people are going to be asked for this, and I feel like this whole quarantine thing really helped them out because they left this with a cliffhanger in a sense, and I think that when it comes to something that's animated, it's like it really helps out to have a cliffhanger because you know that you're going to be able to deliver that. With Walking Dead and AMC and so many other shows are going up right now too. Those finales are not actually filmed yet; they're not done being edited, blah blah, all that other shit. So they're kind of like screwed. You know, you gotta wait for all this shit to.
Well,
this
is probably done. Like this has probably been done for a couple of weeks now.
But even
they're
if
just
it
doing final touches.
Even if it wasn't, though, it's like still like anything animated is like holy shit. I know I'm gonna get my ending. I know I'm gonna be able to enjoy whatever the fuck they're gonna pull out. Like, but here's the thing with me saying that because I could be a person who's not really educated enough about like the series or just how things are made. When it comes to animated stuff, do you feel like those are kind of being put like? You know, as stopped a little bit, like stuff like F is for Family or some of the big shows like Bob's Burgers, blah blah. Like
it depends on how they're animated. If it's like hand drawn, then probably. But like if it's like using computer to do that, like
or that cheap animation that kind of looks 2D, but it's mostly animated through the computers.
Yeah, you could probably do that at home. Like essentially, like you can't go to your office with like 50 other animators doing like random cells.
That's also a benefit of the modern internet infrastructure. Like for example, Paradox has kind of been doing a lot of the not Paradox, but Paradox in conjunction with Tail Worlds, the ones that make Warband, have actually been working from home, and what they've been doing is sending stuff through the Dropbox Premium. Yeah. So you don't even have to be in studio anymore to really create a game.
Yeah, especially like those rendering farms. I mean, you can leave those in a place that they were before the quarantine and just have everyone like not man it. You know what I mean?
So I imagine if it's for video games, they're probably doing it for movies as well. The ones that you can do from home.
I mean, it's slowing down for sure, but it's not like movies where, hey, it's not like something live action where it's like, oh, you have to have actors on set. This, it's like, okay, so you're not going to be in this office for the next 3 months. So for you have to render this action scene. You got to do this dialogue. You got to do the intro. And then it's like they go home and they just kind of, give it piecemeal. And yeah, it gets to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to the point where it's like people are going to be able to do this like from across the world where as long as you meet a deadline, you can actually just start working from home.
That's what I was going to ask you too. Is like, can we end up seeing this with other animated stuff? Because I know that they're planning on doing lots of other video game adapted TV series.
Devil May Cry is the next one, which is like the biggest no fucking brainer in the world. Like a fucking course they're doing Devil May Cry. Like they don't even have to change the fucking art style. It could be the exact same art style, and it'll be fine.
The badass gothic setting and everything. Yeah, dude. This is gonna be so great. But
with
like
Dante as the fucking main dude. Yeah.
But I'm thinking like. Within 5 years, like I think that they're going to start hiring a shit ton of people. And here's the thing too: people losing their jobs and not having a lot of money and etc. Why not have some of these people just kind of learn through some kind of online courses while at the same time getting some rendering stuff done?
Is this where we jump into an ad for Squarespace?
Yes.
Yeah.
That just brings up a really good point. That's gonna be the one thing that'll slow down. Like season 4 is gonna get slowed down because of the fucking voice acting.
Yeah,
because good luck doing that through. Oh my god, I don't know if God just played enough. No, it won't, because I've seen mods like for Fallout and Skyrim and shit like that where people try to get like they're professionally made mods, but they try to get like fucking people through like Skype or other fucking online shit to try to do the voices, and I'm like. That person's doing a horrible accent. That person sounds like they're doing it through fucking Skype on a shitty microphone. It's like, I will never buy a voice acted mod ever, or at least get a voice acted mod ever, because of how bad the sound quality can be.
Well, I mean, you make a point, but I think that, they're not going to do some shit over fucking Skype.
You make a point, but it makes me sad.
Well, no, because I just feel like...
It's going to slow it down.
Well, they'll just buy the shit, like... You know how people like that work for Amazon?
Let me just set up a sound booth in my bedroom.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
Oh yeah, it is, especially if you're a voice. Especially.
If anyone can actually do it, it would be a lot of these people within media that know the actual settings for proper mics and whatnot. Unless you're like a casual voice actor who probably works once in a while. Most of the time, your actual day job is a real profession or trade. You know what you're doing for your professional gig. So if you actually could work with a company or have your own personal setup at home. Because a lot of voice actors nowadays, what they do is they'll get a professional microphone.
Yeah.
They start practicing on a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a better setup than most possible, like casual or part-time voice actors.
You want to know something that's fucked up, by the way, too? I like how Cedric said the same thing that Alan said, and yet now I believe that Cedric said it.
Well, because Cedric's actually like I'm just saying it from not from experience, just from research and knowledge of what I know of how it takes to get proper voice. Cedric's fucking like he's been in like an actual like radio studio. Like we saw his old show. That's how you do a setup. But the thing is, like,
I was jealous
for me, I couldn't do it in there because there's ambient noise in here or echo. You need to build. You essentially need to build a soundproof room. You essentially have to have it so that you don't have anything wind resistance or anything like that. You also have to have a director in the room to direct whatever scenes are going on. Like if you're a super expert voice, it'd be the equivalent of trying to set up a fight scene in your fucking basement. Sure, you might have the space, but you need a director.
You could have some people that actually are good at kung fu or certain martial arts that can actually bring the action to your basement.
Maybe,
but if you ain't got the shooter, you ain't gonna catch shit.
I love you say kung fu. That's like such a 90s, like it's so old school. Like just jiu-jitsu. There's so many other things that are popular now. It's like no, kung fu.
I mean, people know what I'm talking about. But
I still tell my little brother, you doing that kung fu shit?
You need the sound designer in the room. You need the the director in the room, director of art to make sure what scenes are going on. You need the other person that you have to talk to. Like maybe you get lucky and there's a few monologues and you might be able to record it yourself, but you need like who am I acting across? Like what scene is going on? What music's going on in the background? The average the average voice actor on that show is not going to have a decent enough setup to make that
What's
work.
my motivation? You're being paid.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, hey, if you go like you have the studio in-house and you're like, okay, this is specifically built there. The animators are around. We might be able to even show you some of the stills so you like know when you're supposed to breathe or, oh, you just got hit. Oh, I got hit. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much more than like having a good setup. You know what I mean?
No, I see what you mean. I mean, I was just fucking with you for the most part. I just want to be more optimistic about the idea of that happening. And I know there's so many things that go into it.
It's going to slow it down, but
yeah.
Like,
hopefully not by much.
Probably not.
But anyways, moving on, because I gotta go, because Papa Coleman's gonna slap me with some fucking like, oh, make fun of you on the show. So anyway, so one of the things I want to talk about really quick, and I've been wanting to talk about this since last week, kind of an old news story.
Oh, The Conjuring.
No, no, we'll wait till it's even older, Alan, and then we'll talk about that shit.
We'll wait till the movies come out.
Hey, it'll be trending. No, but here's the thing though, Minecraft apparently is adding new educational content for those stuck at home, which. Dude, like for the last back in 2016.
Sorry, is that the International fucking Space Station?
Yeah. Yes. And they're in museums too, by the way. They're actually doing like actual museums in the game, which is pretty incredible. Like it's amazing. But at the same time, this is like kind of old school news, even within this topic, because Minecraft's been doing this in schools. They had schools in some of the smaller states and whatnot where teachers would be like, hey, fuck it, play Minecraft. I'm going to go sit back and smoke a cigarette. Y'all can do your fucking thing. And it was kind of crazy. They even put these in homes with old people. So it kind of it's like a brain exercise. Really, really love this stuff. Really, really love Minecraft. But one of the things to bring up about this is that I'll tell people about like how educational it can be, how it can teach you things. And everyone's like, oh, come on, all those blogs ain't going to teach me shit. But this is not the first time this has actually happened too, because there's other games that have taught you a lot of things. Probably the same things that Minecraft did, but just did in a different way. I had to ask both of you guys who play RTSs and all these things, what are some games that you guys have been taught many things from or were educated on?
Geography, a lot of Hearts Iron games and RTSs, Civilization. All this stuff teaches you how to read a map.
Yeah, someone said Reader Rabbit. I don't know what the fuck that is. But
he took us back to like those old school, like you're in school and they put in this one because you were like had good behavior and shit disc in for the computer.
Yeah.
Like you don't even get these games unless you have a Scholastic card like from the teachers union.
Yeah, I actually remember this. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool as fuck, actually. I'm glad you brought that up, dude. Brought me back. But yeah, no, Hearts of Iron, I'd imagine, too. Civilization 6. Tropica taught me a lot of things. I played Tropica 4, I think it was. And
you learn how important garbage men are.
Yeah. Same the American Communist. I played a little bit of that, and I kind of understood like little differences between capitalism and communism. And it's a clicker game, so it's not going to teach you a shit ton. But Alan, how about you, man? What are some games that taught you some real life shit?
It was more of just the application of it. The Legend of Zelda series taught me problem solving and outside thinking. Because like when you played those games, and it was the funniest thing in the world was when I was our old co-host Anthony has never ever played a Legend of Zelda game ever, and I remember walking him through, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna let him figure it out. He was stuck in a room just going in circles because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I'm like, there's a light switch, there's something on fire, it's not on fire, just light it on fire. So I realized that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. Like that's like the equivalent, I gotta get out of my bedroom, so I'm gonna flick on 2 light switches. But then I realized like that shit is like a lot of the reasons why when it comes to problem solving, like when you're doing math or calculus, you have to you can't really just like, you have to think outside of it, like how am I going to approach this problem relatively differently than just kind of staring at it and hope it just appears. Like when you're doing a basic linear math, It's like, yeah, 2 + 2, 4. 8 times 10, 80. When doing calculus, you have to do outside graphical thinking. And a lot of the reason I was able to pick it up really well is because I just fucking grew up doing abstract, random ass fucking thinking.
Nah, fuck that. I hate math.
I love math so much. I'm looking at
Fuck
this
that
in
shit.
the chat. Someone said Mavis Bacon teaches typing. I never seen this. She looks familiar.
That type of game sounds like it would teach you cooking.
Pretty much. Another one.
It's Beacon. I'm assuming not Bacon.
Oh, I fucked up.
Oh, you dummy.
You listened. You're the one who said it. You should have known I'm fucking stupid.
No, I trusted you. That's
you
my
two
problem.
share a brain, so fuck off.
All right, now we're gonna have to make fun of him because he's trying hard.
I don't give a shit.
And then this one over here, Fun Brain. This looks like kind of familiar, but I don't know if it's just because of the 90s and the early 2000s and just me seeing other shit that was looking just like this. But definitely look like that a lot. But then our boy Matthew Game Boy SP13 had to say some crazy shit. Postal 2. What the fuck did you learn from this, dog?
How did you play that in school? That's like, yo, man, I played Doom in high school. How?
I'm like wondering, like, he says Postal 2 points that things can go off, especially in an ironic manner. Well,
oh my god.
I learned to kill people. No!
I learned to murder, kill. Shit.
Postal is a game designed by Julian where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be fucking edgy and stupid by doing all sorts of stuff like pull my dick out and piss on people or stupid shit. It's a fucking ridiculous game. I don't understand how anyone plays it.
The only other game that I think that Game Boy has a point on is No Man's Sky. I'm looking at this. I didn't play a ton of this because
what did that teach you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, like, because this is about planets and shit. And I would imagine, like, dude, I learned from Stellaris.
Oh my god, he's getting worse.
Look. All right, some of these words are fucking Latin. All right, it's a dead language. I'm not gonna blame you for not saying these right.
Correct me.
Fuck you. That's half
Coming
of
from a
science.
science boy, it hurts him. But coming from a real life philosopher, it does nothing to me.
I'm sorry. Hey, I just learned something from the space game. All right. What's it called, Alan?
It's Stellaris.
Thank you.
Stellaris. You put like 4 R's into Stellaris.
I said Stellaris. Stellaris. Oh my god. Can't they
Yeah,
just call
no
it
one gives
space?
a fuck, Alan.
Can't they just call it space?
Call it Space Simulator.
It's not a simulator though.
Well, it feels simulated.
I mean, it kind of is a simulator.
It's a simulator, yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. What's it simulating?
How about, like,
space travel, civilization building.
That's like saying Sim 6 is a simulation.
It is. It goes under simulation games. Yeah.
No, how does it go into simulation games?
I don't know. Ask Steam. It puts it in that category.
Dude, yeah. We got civilization and farm simulator.
Alan, you know what's funny, dude?
Yeah.
Like, literally, I was embarrassed. You just made me feel like I've been right this whole time now.
Oh, you have. You always feel right, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyways, No Man's Sky. I learned a lot. I learned that Alan can be wrong about shit.
Star Citizen. I learned that you can put money into a game that'll never come out.
I'm trying to think. Some bullshit.
I'm just gonna ignore him. I'm trying to think. Cause like video games like haven't really taught me a lot about like again outside of like just and plus like I played like fucking Tomb Raider games and Prince of Persia games that also taught me problem solving that stem from one series, but then I moved on to another. I can't really think of a series that's like a video game that taught me something that would be applicable in real life. Like playing Battlefield kept my reflexes up. That's about it.
All right, so you know what's a fucked up one that we all learned from a video game?
What? Burps.
All right, so legit. What would you do if a car flips over? You crawl out, right?
Yeah.
How many of y'all play GTA and seen the car explode?
Okay, yeah, but I didn't.
They stopped doing that, by the way, in 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that can actually happen with those older vehicles.
It depends. Yeah, but
yeah, that actually is a problem.
It's probably because there's most likely just the gas leaking out and just hitting the fucking sparks. Yeah.
Okay.
Old ass cars like fucking 70s, 80s when Vice City and San Andreas were fucking being set.
Like those old 90s or 2000 cars, that shit flips. Get out of that bitch because it's not just, oh man, my head, the car flipped over. You probably got like 10 minutes before that shit sets on fire.
Yeah, have you ever thought about that though? Like just like how it'd be to be in a car when it blows up? Like just.
I mean, probably wouldn't last long.
Growing up in Florida, the biggest like,
going before that, I was in lots of cars that blew up.
And they exploded all the time.
Well, no, that happened on the highway a lot. Besides the point, but one of the things that feared me the most was going into canals.
Really?
Yeah, because that's a constant fear of accidentally hitting a patch or hitting on something on the road. And you hit a hard turn, you end up in one of those canals.
I'm just wondering, like, would adrenaline still work when you're like blowing up in a car too? Like, would you be like, "Fuck yeah, I gotta get out of here," or you're like completely like sane and realizing like, oh my god, that's fire and it's
Well,
getting
it
hot
would
as we
probably
speak.
knock you out instantly due to the pressure change.
Really?
And the sound and the fact that you have a major concussion, and that's implying you even survived the initial blast.
I don't know. What's it called said he was alive and screaming when they fucking found his ass.
Who?
The one that from Fast and Furious.
Sorry, who said that? They both died.
No,
No, it was the news report for people that were on the scene when the crash happened.
Yeah, the car
He did not die instantly.
The car didn't explode. The car crashed and went on fire.
No,
I
it
thought you
did
were talking about the
explode.
Asian dude. I didn't know you were talking about Paul Walker.
Wait, why are you laughing at an Asian dude dying?
No, because he came back in Fast 9 in the trailer.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But I'm laughing my ass off, and I'm like, oh, you're talking about a real person who literally died by fucking flames. Dude, I apologize, but also fuck Ganja. He's fired.
His fault.
I didn't do that.
Okay,
It's
well,
literally all you. I knew exactly who he was talking about.
Anyways,
I
guys,
was called a Paul Rudd.
get the fuck out of here, guys.
Paul Rudd died. Oh shit.
I've got to Paul run to the fucking other computer so I can Dropbox this video for Corey. So with that
What?
said, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for chilling with us. You can find Alan at whatever he's about to say.
Alrighty then. For people on Facebook, you already have the means to check the embedded link. For people that are watching this on Twitch and YouTube, go to Facebook and write in the chat attack. You'll see the embedded links to the Metropolis where me, Ganja, and Ruthless talk about politics. But there's also all sorts of other people in the Metropolis Collective doing all sorts of crazy shit. So be sure to check that out. We have a new episode of we renamed what we're doing as far as what the episodes are called. But yeah, check that out in the next couple of days, most likely Monday. And we have some new news breaks that are coming out. Some hilarious shit. And if you want to hear me talk shit about the X-Men, we talk shit about the X-Men.
And you can tweet Ganja Guru at
Red Ganja Guru at Twitter, y'all, as well as every places described by good old Alan Checkazine over here.
Shake-a-zine.
Tell people, yeah,
Check
It's been
Shake
4
that
years!
Shake that zine. Shake it really, really
Check
fast, hard.
Justine. Check.
Somebody used to call me the Shakespeare. I don't know why.
What?
No one ever called you that.
No, I'm
No one
serious.
ever called you that.
I'm serious. That's my buddy in high school used to call me that.
Your buddy's an asshole.
I mean, shit, yeah, all of my friends are assholes.
No, we're
I'm
saying.
not.
You're the biggest asshole. Well, no, not the biggest one. No,
Oh,
but you're up
is that
there.
a fat joke? Is that a fat joke?
It is now.
People gotta listen.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay.
Maybe good. I can do it. I can quit Cheeto Puff, fucker.
If he can scoot, so can you.